Hey everybody, this is Ardoom, and welcome back to another exciting adventure of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon Crimson Court, where in this exciting episode we'll be taking down the Sodden crew with a mixed bag party without a name. As you can see here, we have one level 2 Hellion with the usual abilities, Buron, the Flagellant, who's rocking a good mix there as well. We've got a brand new Plague Doctor, Duval, who I've configured for stunning more so than bleeding, though I might just make a quick change there because we are doing a boss. There's a tendency to bleed, and a bit of extra bleed help does always come in handy. With that change made, I will also make a change to the trinkets that are used. Jolly good. Then finally a level 2 Vestal. Let's provision up and get into things. Just a quick reminder to myself, verbally, we need to bring some blood along because that is obviously something that we are going to be using with one cursed, at least one cursed party member. Next up we'll bring a good stack of medicinal herbs because they are always useful to cure quirks as well as unlock things in the coves. 2 keys, 2 shovels, food and 4, and a torch and 4, and I think that should do us just fine. No trinkets that are going to make us hungry particularly. Nope. All good in the hood. Double check quickly, just eyeballing things to make sure they're right. Yes they are, and let's get into the dungeon.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
Okay, this one should be fairly straightforward.
The poor devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
Now I think these guys are probably going to be over here. And we might just make a beeline there and then double back if we have to, just to make sure that we can manage our stress levels and make the right choices. If we want to do a complete dungeon crawl, we can. But yeah, plenty to do. If you're new, by the way, first time viewer, welcome. If you're already a subscriber, hey, thanks for coming back. I've had a day off from capturing these videos to go out with some friends and party a bit.
Is only the first test.
My head is still throbbing. Oh, perfect. It's exactly what I need. Great. So, we can cure a negative trinket. Winded is annoying. God-fearing resolution are fine. Will only pray and will not drink. Yep. Gambler and Hylomania. Let's definitely take a chance on the Hellion, in which if she gets rid of anything, it's going to be fantastic for me. Drop that medicinal herbs in place. Fear of Eldritch removed. Alright, that'll do. It was the one that was locked in and would have been the more expensive. That'll say let's carry on.
Promise of safety.
And our first battle. 2 stingers and a groper, or a grouper. Best chance for an insta-kill. Yeah, that's pretty good opening call, and a beautiful insta-kill made. Spirit Vision goes down on the Plague Doctor for an insane crit of 11. It's a rough opening gambit there. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. Bleed chances are pretty poor. Let's drop Blight in the back row just to start some damage going there. And their resistance is pretty darn low. Salty Gouge focuses on the Plague Doctor yet again, but he gets the dodge in there just fine. Let's go in for the kill now on this grouper. 5 damage made, and yeah, he's dead in this next turn. Focus heal on the Plague Doctor up by 8, which is just fine by me. And next turn, all we have to do is take out the Stinger. So 9 damage early on, and he's already dead. Done. The round is ours. It's already won. Beautifully done. Right, some crests and some small change. No complaints there at all. Now let's press on to a quick shuffle of the food thing. Sorry, as I was saying before, missed a day of capturing, so if you guys are still watching, it's from a backlog that I recorded a few days ago. This is now today, which is Sunday? Yes, Sunday. But I have somewhat of a hangover, so if I am less energetic or loud than I normally am, please forgive me. If I'm too loud, I will hurt myself in the brain. Great, we've got the surprise on them, which is fantastic. We're only in dim light, so we'll upgrade to the full benefit of that sun ring. Let's look at where we can do the most good, and a chance to give better odds to blight than we do to stun, but we have great odds to bleed, and we'll get it started on this supplement here. 7 damage, Not too shabby, as well as 2 bleed in place. Let's go for the Iron Swan in the back row, because I don't want to be taking stress damage if I can avoid it, because we have no de-stressors of any capacity in the party. Right, next up, we can probably try and seal the deal on this one guy and deny them a turn, and that works just fine for me. Yes! Alright, so 2 turns in the enemy's round. Let's go in for Punish on the 3rd row. 7 damage, done and dusted, and that bleed is in place, and he'll be dead as well. So only 1 action on the enemy's turn, and it's dodged. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, so provided no surprises happen with speed. Good hit, no complaints there. We've got this. Done. Under control. Nicely done. Now, might have to carefully think about whether we're going to keep those crests or not. Again, still the Hellion that we want to be taking care of the quirks on, because both of those quirks are very negative, and Mercurial is removed, which is just fine by me. Would love to get rid of that weak grip as well, because everything that she does is melee, and yeah, it doesn't make sense for her to be bad at it. Carrying through, we have another Eerie Coral. Fantastic. We've gotten so lucky in this dungeon with Eerie Corals. I wish I'd bought more. Yeah, I wish I'd brought more medicinal herbs. Darn. Right, empty room and scouting comes through. Corridor battle and obstacle. Let's try again down this way. I've got a feeling the boss is going to be here. And if I'm wrong, we might just go the long way just to avoid that obstacle without any benefit at all. Again, it will cost us a bit of torch, but we have a Vestal for a reason. We are in Radiant, and we get a more advanced group than we've had for a while in this dungeon. So again, a Shaman, a Grouper, a Stinger, and a Maggot. As much as he's already had his turn, I am going to try and focus on taking out that Shaman, because I don't need the stress. Great crit, stress goes down across the board, and we are all happy all the time. Great dodge from Plague Doctor. That's fantastic, and rather than looking for a single stun, we might try and get a bleed going somewhere, if that's relevant. Let's try it on this Maggot and see how we do. Crit for 4. Bleed takes, fantastic, and that Maggot is dead in its first action. Next up, let's focus on... bleed resistance is pretty high here. No chance for an insta-kill on the Stinger. Let's let it go. 5 damage. Done. And the bleed's taken. He's dead. Beautiful. Alright, denied them an action. Denied them an action. Next up, we're going to try and get ourselves some free torch and buy ourselves some time to faff, should faffing be an option. Beautiful. And we're up. We might just drop a self-heal on the Plague Doctor just to top him up and not lose a turn on anyone else. Could drop a heal and a buff. That would be a bad call necessarily, but let's just go in for the kill. 1 hit point left, and we can really pick who we're going to get the kill with here. Let's get some free torch. Let's get some free torchlight. That disease charm is a leading candidate for disposal, but that's completely fine by me. Let's carry on. Check the sack. Great, some small change. Every little bit helps. Got there in time. Got there in time with the shovel, despite Wayne's chatting and the animations have all been messed up. That's fine.
Gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
Indeed, they have been. Right, torch up again, and let's check what is behind this. I think actually we've scouted it. It's an empty room. Yup, another scout, and this may well be the boss. Yes, it is. Okay, so we made the right call in our initial direction. Chance to sum is 80, 80, 70. Let's take the chance on the Plague Doctor to remove. Actually, let's do it on the... Yep, on the Hellion and take care of even more stress. That's min-maxing things to a T. Happy with that. And we have a Curio here, just a sack. No problem there at all. You are craving, and we're about to enter a boss bash, so I will give you the old, the good old Bloodlust. Nothing in that sack, unfortunately. Let's do a quick check of health and things. Blood goes up. Very nice. And we're in Bloodlust, which gives us extra damage, speed, and resistances. Not going to drop anything else in place, because, well, we really don't have anything else we can use. Our health is good. We'll have 1 food. There we go. Topped up. And let's get into the Sodden Crew.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders, and the crew obeys.
So very high bleed resistances on the puller, not so much on the Sodden crew, but we'll wait for the bleed damage over time to get the kill on these guys. The protection these guys have is really, really high. I should say the protection that is on the puller is very high until they grab someone, and then they're quite easy to kill. It's just a question of who you waste the turn on, or whether or not you can take them out with a stun. In the meantime, I'll open things up with an Iron Sworn that has the highest chance to do the most damage, either directly or through a crit. 14, which is not a bad start to combat. I'll follow on with a Punish to reduce that bleed resistance, 6 damage, and resist down to 34%, which is just fine by me. Looking at Blight Resist or Bleed Resist, it is Bleed Resist that is the weakest, but Blight does more damage. That said, we'll just get bleeds going for the moment and build those up. 7 damage taken, and he's down to 64 already. Boarding Clutch is dodged like a boss by the Hellion, which is just fine by me. I have a chance to drop a stun on this puller, and I think I will take that chance to deny them a turn. Yes, that's taken, and so I don't have to worry about that. Healing, lockout ability coming to effect. 5 damage taken, and a bleed as well on the Vestal, but nothing too concerning given the attacks we can use. All hands on deck. Drops down on the Flagellant, but there is no effect whatsoever. Given the reduced bleed resist, will keep the bleeds coming. 11 damage, fantastic, down to 46, and 9 damage to come next turn. Let's keep Punish going. Beautiful critical hit, 15, and he's now rocking 14 bleed damage the next turn. And given his complete absence of any, well, 16 is a maximum versus 11 is a maximum plus 9. Yeah, I'd rather do damage quickly than slowly. 13 damage, not too shabby. He's going to have, wow, 4 hit points left next turn. Alright, debuff down on the Hellion. She's just immobilized, it's fine. And was that a bit of stress? I can take the stress, that's fine. That's just fine. Alright, bit of incremental damage coming down on the Vestal, and we'll cancel for that with a bit of Judgment in the back row. Lovely jubbly, and this guy is dead in his next turn. Maybe not. No, the heal came through, unfortunately, so he's on 2 hit points. That 1 damage. Temptation grows with each blow. Okay, just don't pass. Yes, the tide does wash over you. Alright, let's get the kill now. 4 damage. He'll be dead in his next action, even with the heal, I think. Yes, the Fathoms do call you down. You're up by 3, and you'll be down by 7. But just in case things don't work in my favor, just try and make sure. Yep, that's making sure. Okay, Carapace Idol, which we already have one of, but it's worth more to me than a Stun Stone or a Disease Stone. They're kind of a bit meh in both cases, but we will drop the Anti-Venom to have the spot for 750 free gold. Gonna keep going, but it is going to be a long walk around just to avoid the need to use that shovel, because we know it's redundant. Alright, bleeds have cleared. First hunger check, no problems there, that's completely fair. And we'll carry on. Won't be using any torches while we're doing this long walk back, because we may well just camp at the end of the walk, or not. We'll see how we go. In any case, while we're going through the long, slow, boring slog, can I ask you guys a favor? I've made some changes to my audio settings. I'm aware of the fact that I may be coming through a bit quieter. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how things are going. And also let me know, what you guys would like me to do more of. Right now I'm just kind of playing the game the way I normally would if I was playing it on my own. Not trying to push too hard, because when you rush in Darkest Dungeon, you die in Darkest Dungeon. I found. But yeah, if you want me to spend more time in one particular kind of dungeon over another, let me know. More importantly as well, if you want to have a character named after you, I'd be thrilled to. I already have one subscriber who's rocking a Jester. If you just want to let me know what class you want to be in the comments below, I'd be happy to make that happen. In any case, we've got a curio room coming up. I am going to torch up to full at this stage. We have a corridor battle coming up. Pretty minor curios, but it's completely fine. We are out of... Well, that holy water come in handy. Journal page. You know what? Journal pages I really want, but increasingly I've been leaving them behind because of reasons. I just really need the gold, given some bad luck I've had in the game recently. I'm going to do a quick check on Blight and Disease Resists, because I'm going to take a chance on this. Wow, you're pretty good. 65, and oh, okay, no, definitely the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor is checking this fish carcass, harboring a dangerous infection, but you resist it because you are already made of plague. Okie dokie, Gatekeeper, 2 Supplicants, and a Sycophant. This could be a slight problem, but I'll do my earnest most to keep some control. It's going to be Blights from the Plague Doctor as and when that comes in effect. No longer in Bloodlust with the Flagellant, and I will try for the insta-kill on the Gatekeeper if I'm so lucky. 8 damage, and damn, the bleed does not take. That's regrettable. Look, I'll try and finish him off though with a dodge. Oh well, that's regrettable as well, but again, sometimes RNG is smiles, and sometimes he does not. Ah, darn. Now, this guy is marked, which is going to be a huge problem. I'm going to get some Blights going if I can. If I'm lucky. Yes, they do take. But I'm going to need to find some way to defend him, or certainly deal with the damage that gets dealt. Start things off by Iron Swing the back. That's not a bad call. Denies them 1 action, which means less damage on my Plague Doctor. Just fine by me. Predigestion drops down on the Hellion, who dodges like an absolute boss lady. Next up, it's going to be time for us to probably drop some incremental bleed and take him out. Kills better than a slow death. Done. Alright, no summoning of gnats and wasps and Lord knows what else. Deafening Wine on the Plague Doctor, and a bit of damage, and move to the back rows. Going to probably focus a heal on her just to make sure that she stays alive. Meantime, well, not even time. Not even time for that.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I don't need that. I don't need this crest. I don't need these crests that much.
As the light gains purchase,
haven't camped yet.
spirits
That's
are
fine.
lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Any scouting? Yes. Yes, indeedly do. And 2 Curos and a treasure room. Just fine by me. Right. Just a supply crate with some heirlooms that I don't need really that much right now. Inventory shuffle as well. Carrying through, let's torch up and get that torch back. It's the boomerang torch. You throw it away, comes right back. Another hunger check comes through, and we're still looking fine. Gonna press on into this battle and see what we have. Thrall, a Guardian, and 2 Stingers. No walkers. Shot goes down on the Hellion, and stun. Yeah, okay, that stun does take, which is regrettable, but we can still make do. Shocker on the Plague Doctor is dodged, which is just fine by me. Now, their dodge resist is, we need to focus down on this Thrall in case he goes Explorody on me, so we'll do 12 damage there, and that bleed should take him out in this first turn, which is just fantastic. Let's look at who we can do the next best damage to. Chance for an insta-kill on the Stinger, which we will attempt to take. Yes! Alright. He is absolutely gone, and we'll try and do a focused heal on the Plague Doctor, just to be on the safe side of Squishy. Nice. That's juggled forward, and Barnacle Barrier goes down on one of the Stingers. I'm going to do... Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to drop some bleed on the Guardian if I can. Crit for 5. Not too bad. Bleed does not come through, unfortunately, but that's okay. Next turn will be a different story. In fact, it might just be this turn that is a different story. Let's have a look. 5 damage, and yep, that bleed does take now, and let's carry things forward. Hopefully another bleed. Yes, alright, so that's 5 damage to come in the next turn. Slowly wearing him down. 3 damage on the Vestal, and no ill effects whatsoever. She's going to drop a Judgment because she wants her health back. 3 damage dealt, 6 health returned. Not too shabby at all, and this Guardian is dead in this next turn. Octocestus goes down, but no bleed. Life is completely fine, and I'm going to do a minor buff there, just to top him up a little bit. Again, this guy's already dead, and I don't want to be attacking someone who's guarded, and waste the turn, I should say. We'll just buff up there and get our damage higher and better. Now on Vesa turn, I'm doing some stress management. Nice, just the Stinger left and no guard on it. Let's try and just do some good old-fashioned country damage. 7 made and 3 HP left. Next up we have it, unfortunately, which will try and shock my Hellion again. Probably successfully. Yep. All good. And let's just seal the deal now. Boom. I've been enjoying having a Plague Doctor in the party mix. Again, it makes for a nice change.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Now these trinkets are all pretty useless, but they are worth money. They are worth money. The question is whether they're worth it. Well, they are worth more than the citrine. They are worth more than the jade. That's a pretty straightforward decision. What I might just do is quickly drop a camp. And
a spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
And we will take this gold, because that stack of gold will be worth more eventually. Eventually being soon. In fact, we might just drop the jade as well and risk a hunger check. Yeah, that's fine by me. Let's have a look at what we can do in terms of party buffs, heals, and other things. Prevent nighttime ambush. Don't mind if I do. Next up, we have a little bit of stress we can probably deal with. Yes, indeedly. That's taken care of nicely. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that using these points is going to be worthwhile, but you know, let's buff our crit and let's reduce your stress. And that's a pretty good use for a minor.
The way is lit. The path is clear. You require only the strength to follow it.
Right, so I don't compellingly need any of these curios right now. And my inventory is full. But it's worthwhile. We'll take these portraits, we'll take these deeds, and we'll use this holy water. Alright, let's press on, and you know, actually there isn't even that much point. We can't really take much more. There might be some stuff that stacks, but I could just be being greedy here. Let's disarm here and take care of that little bit of stress that we had pulled up. Let's check one more room. Still have 7 torchlight, but I just don't want to take a hunger check. Oh, look, there's a curio there. We'll check it out, I guess, and that'll be the end of it. Because again, I just don't want to be taking too many hunger checks if I can avoid it. Another piece of trap. Oh, darn it. See, I could have just left and not be so greedy, but there you go.
Unsprung and thirsting for blood.
Alright, Thrall, a Guardian, and 2 Stingers. They get the opening move with a shock that will probably take as a stun. Yes, that's fine. We can make it do with that. Focus some early damage on that Thrall, and it's a beautiful crit insta-kill. It's exactly what we love seeing in this game. Next up, we're going to start with a Punish before this Guardian has a chance to buff his protection. His bleed resist is at least reduced, even though he doesn't take much in the way of damage, and we will try and drop a stun on him for reasons. Torchlight is up to maximum, and it is now time for us to take a whole bunch of stuns. Yep, Flagellant. No, resists. Good job, mate. Next up, again, another shock on the Hellion. But does she resist now? Yes, she does. I'll keep trying, though. Alright, well, it'll have to be third time the charm for you guys. Let's, try for a stun again on the front position, or should we just heal up? No, let's just drop a focused heal. Great, up by 7, and that Hellion is now topped up once again. Let's keep the bleeds going. Chance for an insta-kill, but we're going to focus down on the Guardian. 6 damage made, and our bleed is definitely in place for some serious damage. Incision goes down as well with our reduced bleed, and he's currently carrying 7 damage, which is enough to kill him. We can disregard his existence from here on out. Let's just do a strike on one of the 2 Stingers. Everything will shuffle forward quite handily, and again, they'll still have the initiative. Those guys seem to be very, very fast this round, but we have no ill effects on anyone, and let's just go in for the kill. Yep, dead, and dealt with. Let's try and transfer some stress and reduce it with the Flagellant there, all looking quite shiny, and let's go in for the kill with a top off of health. Jolly good. Oh, so glad I carried on.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
So glad I carried on. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that, and actually let's keep that. Definitely nothing else we can do here. Who has a high bleed resist? Only 40, 80. Yeah, okay, let's take a chance on this with a giant oyster. Slams shot, and you resist the thing. Let's get out of here. Inventory's full. Got a lot of heirlooms, probably more than I need, because on the heirloom side of things, I'm fine. Like, I've upgraded everything that I can upgrade. I can't afford to buy the upgrades, so I've unlocked through the upgrades, if that makes sense. But we did complete the quest reward. We picked up ourselves a lovely legendary bracer, which is extra damage, less speed, and a lot more stress. 12 crests, total of 36 crests we actually earned in this dungeon, which we're probably going to... Let's stop grabbing crests for a while. 2 deeds, 2 portraits, no busts, and a pretty weak stack of gold, to be honest. But most of our fortune has been in trinket form, and we'll sell those off and we'll be in a much better place financially. Calv Scrounger drops down on Brimu. Tostain earns Bloodthirsty and Second Wind, both which are kind of okay in that they can be removed, and only Duval is still a level 2. Gonna need to do some veteran level exploration now to get these up to level 4.
With wild merriment.
Oh my god!
Jubilation.
Town Fair is so awesome! I love Town Fair! Town Fair is great. Let's see what we can do with that. So, all treatment is free. Can I unlock any additional treatment rooms? No, we can't. That's completely fine. Hey, it's free anyway. Let's look at what we can get rid of as the most affecting and the most horrible. Winded kind of sucks. I have to actually put some decent thought into how I can best use these, and I'll probably do that off camera just so you guys don't have to watch me faff around with stat screens and make notes and think to myself about how I'm going to do this. I also need to go off and sell a few of these crummy low-level trinkets. Yeah, definitely need to get rid of some of those. They're rubbish, but they're worth gold. And again, gold is what we need at this stage of the game. In any case, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you've had a lot of fun watching this. I certainly had a lot of fun making these, despite my horrible hangover. Once again, my name is Ardum, and I'll catch you guys next time.